Suppose you're a philosophy major and someone tells you there are a bunch of philosophy jobs in Baghdad. You might snicker and imagine riding to work in a Humvee, carrying your copy of Plato's Republic. But turn back the clock to 11th century Baghdad, when it was a hotbed of Islamic philosophy for Muslims, Christians, and Jews.
The Academy of Philosophy in Baghdad was subsidized tremendously by the state, and they gave it a name, Darul Hikmah, which means the House of Wisdom, or House of Philosophy rather, inspired by the notion of the Academy in Athens, and they subsidized translations.
Hossein Ziai is professor of Islamic and Iranian studies at UCLA. The translations he's talking about were from original Greek texts into Arabic.
There was a tremendous translation movement centered in Baghdad. Almost all of the Aristotelian corpus, most of Plato, some of the Neoplatonist traditions, some of the Stoic traditions, etc.
Ziai explained that Islamic philosophy is not the philosophy of Islam.
The attribute Islamic should not be understood in religious or theological terms, as when we talk about Christian philosophy. Islamic here really only means the origins and development and activity of philosophy under Muslim rule.
And Muslim rulers of the 10th, 11th, and 12th centuries AD were amazingly tolerant and inclusive.
In some of the madrasas in Baghdad, the Mustansariya and the Nizamiya, there were Jewish professors.
Famous Islamic philosophers include the Persians Farabi and Avicenna. Ziai says they and other philosophers under Muslim rule grappled with many issues, but a few stand out.
The crucial three are the problem and question of eternity, the problem and question of immortality, and the problem and question of God's knowledge of particulars.
Eternity and immortality seem fairly straightforward, but what's God's knowledge of particulars?
Knowledge of particular means that we have a Godhead that knows what you and I, for instance, to put it in a caricaturized way, did today or yesterday and so on. So the distinction has major impact on religion. Can there be religion where the God does not know particulars and the God is a principle who thinks thought?
Religion eventually overshadowed the golden age of Islamic philosophy, which ended by the 13th century.
The brand of theology that became the dominant and dominates until today in the Muslim lands is an anti-rationalist perspective known as, at the time, as the Ash'arite system of theology. And the great champion of Ash'arism was this Persian Abu Hamid Ghazali, whose book, known as The Incoherence of the Philosophers, as you can imagine, really was detrimental.
Lucky for the West, Islamic philosophers had already taken Greek philosophy to Europe, with their own refinements, via Sicily and Moorish Spain.
Most of Aristotle, most of Plato, and a host of other material in the sciences and philosophy, etc., including all of Farabi, including all of Avicenna, were translated into Latin. And together, this collectivity, if you like, then plays a very important role in the European Renaissance.
And so, modern philosophy in the West exists thanks to Islamic philosophers. For Philosophy Talk, I'm Polly Stryker.